The cheerful kingdom of Terracotta, everything was shaped from soft, vibrant clay. The houses had thumbprint shingles, and the grass was made of thousands of tiny green coils. King Aleric, a wise ruler with a beard made of silver clay strands, wondered if his people were as strong on the inside as they were squishy on the outside. Late one night, King Aleric dragged a massive, lumpy gray boulder into the very center of the main road. It blocked the path completely, leaving only a tiny, muddy gap on either side. The king then hid behind a large, spiral-textured clay bush to see how his citizens would react to the obstacle. As the sun rose, two wealthy merchants named Lord Sterling and Lord Glaze arrived at the blockage. They wore robes of patterned clay and sat in carts filled with luxury goods. Instead of helping, they shook their fists and shouted about the terrible roads before slowly steering their carts through the deep mud to get around it. A short while later, a young man named Milo came walking along. He wasn't rich, and his clothes were the color of plain earth. He was carrying heavy bundles of groceries, clay bread, round red tomatoes, and bunches of leafy greens. Seeing the boulder, he stopped and let out a soft sigh, but he didn't complain. Milo knew that if he left the rock there, someone might get hurt or stuck in the mud. He walked over to the boulder and planted his feet firmly in the clay road. He leaned his shoulder against the rough, gray surface and pushed with every ounce of his strength, his face turning a bright shade of clay pink from the effort. With a final, mighty heave, the rock rolled away into a ditch with a soft thud. Milo wiped a bead of sculpted sweat from his brow and turned back to get his groceries. To his surprise, something was shimmering in the dirt exactly where the boulder had been sitting just a moment before. From behind a nearby spiral-textured hedge, King Aleric watched with a proud smile. He had seen many people pass by that morning, but only Milo had stopped to help. The king smoothed his silver clay beard and prepared to step out from his hiding place to reward the young man's kindness. Milo was just picking up the pouch when King Aleric walked onto the road. Milo's eyes went wide, and he started to bow, but the king held up a hand. "There is no need for that," the king said warmly. "You have passed a test that many others failed today, Milo." Milo opened the parchment and read the words written in elegant ink. "Every obstacle is an opportunity to improve the world for others." Inside the pouch were 20 heavy gold coins. "The gold is yours," the king explained, "because you chose to act while others only chose to complain." Milo thanked the king and picked up his bags of groceries. As he walked toward the village, the road was clear and the sun was shining on the kingdom of Terracotta. He realized that the greatest treasure wasn't the gold in his pocket, but the knowledge that he had made the path easier for everyone else.